fuck? Hang on a minute, I fucked up my fucking video capture. You've just got a fucking view of my fucking leg. I'm sorry, guys. Ah, Christ. Let me just delete that for a second. There we go. Oh my god. Actually, no, one second. One second. There we go. What's up with my fucking carpet? Hello. Okay, so let me just, as usual, I will grab. I can hear something moving downstairs. Oh my god, that thumbnail. I will yoinky splanky this in some places. I'm gonna put this in here. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I'm sitting at such a fucking painful angle. It'll be better when I can move. Streaming right now. Hand cam bracelets. Oi 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 oi. Pog. Buns. Let's wait. Let's wait. Okie dokie pokey 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 pokey. Now, you might hear me reverb for a second while I just open my stream, mute myself, and then I can have my chat in the corner. Perfect. Now let me grab wait, no, I don't have, that's not my fucking channel. Fucking hell. Reone. Look at my mic keeps sliding down. I. Okay, so you can definitely see what's happening. I'll just yeety spleety that over there. I want to be able to fucking hell shrink a bit. Fuck it. You can see my knee. There it is. And then I can get this here. This. Fuck, background music. Because my arm is still pretty bad. So pulling on the threads is kind of painful. But we'll see. Because I do this a lot anyway. Oh, I got two. Did I get two yellow ones? No, I've got a green one in there. Doing, doing. Doing, doing. I've actually taught a class on how to do this, like, IRL. Hi! Oh, the background music's loud. Okay. I'll turn it down here. Tell me how this is. How's that? Any better? I hope I'm of an okay volume. I'm trying to lean close to my mic. Also, tell me if the camera blurs or something. I'm trying to keep looking at the screen and then at the thing, but they're at very different angles. Maybe if I put it... Oh shit, what the fuck? My computer decided to open a file at random. And then so how have you guys been? What have you been up to? Been having a good time? Good day? Good night? Good afternoon? Good morning? Good life? I hope so. I got a package this morning. I was very excited because I got a package this. Now it's too slow. How can you mean too low? Too slow. Well, too low is better than too loud, I think. I mean, how's that? I skeeted it up ever so slightly. How's that? Yeah, I got packaged this morning. I ordered about four days ago. There's a shop near... Well, not... Background music is gone. Oh, fucking hell. I can still hear it in my headphones, so it's not gone off. I've probably just turned it down too much. I hope that has made a difference. Pretty good week? Good. Nice to know. Yeah, sorry, I keep getting fucking distracted. So I got a package. I ordered about 4 days ago from this shop that's in the UK. Nowhere near where I live, but it's a Japanese sweet export company. And I ordered from there the other day because I really wanted to get some like boiled sweets. I don't usually have boiled sweets, but occasionally I just think like I really want to just like put something in my mouth. I don't know. I really want to suck something. So I got an order and I got a big box of Japanese sweets and they came today. And so I am very pleased. 1 second. Alright, that's my first row. So starting off with these is always the hardest. See? Focus, you dickin' thing. How do I make this shit focus? Ugh. God. The day when I can afford a fucking HD camera. Anyway. So I have these now. The mandarin flavour. I might have that later. I thought I'd bring them upstairs to have in case I want to eat them while on stream, because I thought they might make a nice sound. I don't know. Depends on how things go. Doing, 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 doing. Alright, this will start to look a lot better once I've got going a little bit. Dun dun dun. Bing, 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 bing. What I was thinking I might do when it comes to streams like this, maybe not this time, but what if I ever get like more popular, like a bigger audience and stuff, I thought when I did like handcams or bracelet streams like this, I might have like a raffle or something where like I'll mail the bracelet we made in the stream to the winning person or something. Eating ASMR. I guess, yeah. Although, when I eat boiled sweets, there's a slight chance I might accidentally spit it out while I'm talking, so if you just see it, like, fall on the floor, just ignore it. Don't call me up on it. Oh, God, that would be embarrassing, because the camera's, like, right directly below me. Oh, God. I hope this is looking okay. You can't really see what I'm doing yet, because the thing is so small that my hand is blocking it. When it gets a bit further down, you'll be able to see more. I thought it was a pretty good idea, but I don't think there's enough. I want at least 5 people to be taking part to do something like that. Preferably more like 10 at the bare minimum, but I'd give it a go. Exactly. I look forward to the day that I can entertain bigger audiences. I think that'd be amazing. Where the fucking hell I've lost a string? There it is. Getting started is always so difficult with these things. But I've had a lot of practice. I make these so much. Something like... Oh, hey Manchi. We were just talking about how, like, once we have a bigger audience, how when we do craft streams like this, it would be nice to raffle off the thing we made at the end to one of the viewers and then mail it to them. But when there's only, like, 2 people here consistently, it would be a bit, I don't know, weird, I guess. Plus, because I'd have to pay, like, postage and stuff, I would prefer it if it was after a point that I started to, like, earn a bit of fucking money. Maybe I'll start raffling shit off after I get my first super. Fuck, I've got fucking... My dog is everywhere. Look at this. You see this? Do you see this? That's fucking dog hair. Why is my dog in this already? Oh my god, get out. Fucking... Look at... Fucking see it, look at that. That is my fucking dog. Dickhead. He's everywhere. Told you, a little piece of my dog goes with every bracelet. Oh, shit. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, when I got this package of sweets, right? So I got my packet of Japanese sweets. I got my box with all my boiled sweets in, and I got what the fuck am I saying? Yeah, I got like a whistling candy. It's like cola flavoured, like compressed soda powder, but it has like a hole in it and it's designed to like whistle. And I thought, oh, this is really cool. So I tried it because I can't whistle. I can only make this one like high pitched squealing noise. Let me try. That's the best whistle I can do. And so I thought, oh, I want to have a go at whistling. So I got these whistling sweets. But the only sound the whistling sweets make is the exact same fucking sound I can make. So I was like, yeah, I can finally whistle. It was just this shrill tea kettle noise. It's bad, man. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty. Yeah, I do want to do a dog cam at some point, but I don't think like so. My dog's still a pup, and like he can do like the basic commands, but he's not like ever so fucking well trained this way. I'm not confident he'd sit there for that long. I feel like he'd fuck off and wander around, or bark constantly. I kept trying to get him on record yesterday because when he first came into my bedroom last night when I was streaming, I was muted because I was talking to my mum, and he was barking constantly. And so I thought, do you know what? I'm going to put this on a stream so that people can hear my dog. So I unmuted and he instantly shut the fuck up. It's like he knew. And then I couldn't get him to make a noise. Because like he's a shub, right? And shubs are quite well known for being a talkative breed. So he doesn't just bark, he makes these kind of like trilly noises, and it's adorable. He'll like go... I've never heard a dog make a sound like it before, but I cannot get it on recording. Bum, 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 bum. I opened my curtains so that I would have enough light for this stream. My window is like directly behind me. Yeah, he knew he was on stream. I think if you watch the VOD, I think you can hear him kind of like breathing into the microphone, because I pressed the microphone right up against his face and he tried to eat it. I think you can kind of hear him breathing and like nibbling the mic, but that's about it. Oh, my hand is cramping already. I finally took my meds last night on stream because I kept forgetting. But it hasn't kicked in yet, so I'm still kind of sore. Takes a couple of days to kick in. Plus, I haven't had it for a little while, so it's kind of out of my system. But it'll be fine. I'm sorry you can see so much of my leg. I can't position my camera. Fucking hell. I've done 3 knots on that one instead of 2. Shit. What was I saying? Yeah, I can't figure out a setup in which I can sit in a fucking comfortable position and still show what's happening on the camera. But I have a lot of ideas for upcoming streams that I want to do in the future. I want to get a cable that connects to my phone so I can do phone games. Because I was thinking puzzle games might be fun to do one day. You know, like word puzzles or stuff like that. I like shit like that. dur, 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 dur. What have you guys been up to today? What day is it? It's Wednesday? It's the 8th. I know it's the 8th because it's my mum's birthday. That's why I've spent the morning with her. And then this is only going to be a fairly short stream, like an hour or something. And then I'm going to go hang out with her again. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say her age because that's harsh. But we're not like doing a whole hell of a lot because she's quite a hermit. She's definitely like a true blue introvert. So we're just kind of hanging out, having cake. It's nice. Good times. Yep, Wednesday. So that makes tomorrow Thursday, and then I'm at the fucking doctor's on Friday, and I can't be fucked. I think I mentioned that I was having trouble with my uni a while back, and my doctor said that if I go there, they can, like, because of my health and shit, they can not prescribe, but they can. Hi, John. Hi, baby. Yeah, I'll give her your wishes when I see her. What the fucking hell was I saying? Why do I lose my train so easily? What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, my doctor said that if I go and see her and talk, she can sort of settle with my uni to get me deferred a couple of years, so I can finish my degree in 2 years after I've had like a longer break, and that gives me time to like stream as a profession for a while and get settled and really solid with it before I then try and finish my degree again. So, and I only have like 1 year left to go anyway, so it should be fine. And I don't really feel like focusing too much on, like, hi Cash! Like, when it comes to psychology, I much prefer the practicals than the theory. The theory is always kind of nonsense because it just doesn't feel like it applies properly. You know, you're learning stuff that's like 40, 50 years old sometimes, and it's just not relevant anymore. Or it's not applicable to real people. I don't get the the written part of psychology. I mean, have you guys ever heard of like Freud? Freud's a freak. It is absolutely mad how much these academics in psychology expect you to be able to help other people by knowing that Freud thought everybody wanted to have sex with their dads. That's not helpful anymore. That was never helpful. And I don't see the fucking point. So it gets me down a little bit. I just want to fucking help people. I don't need to be able to quote everything that some weirdo said 60 years ago and the exact date of it to be able to help people. Fuck that shit. So I'll do the academic bollocks later. For now, I'm just going to focus on what I can do and what I know. I like to think I've helped people. Only a fucking few people, but yeah, Freud was a fucking weirdo. Everything was sex with the guy. You don't even want to know. Psychology's weird. I think the worst thing about Freud, though, is that the odd thing that he said that was actually kind of useful, and so you have to use it because it was useful, but then you have to quote it, and then you're like, oh god, I have to quote the sex guy. It's like, why couldn't everything you said have been bollocks? It's kind of worrying, actually, how much of psychology is formed on the basis of absolute fucking nutheads. I mean, there was a guy who did a thing and basically got himself, like, banned or something because he did, like, an experiment where he put people in, like, a fake prison and then hired, like, fake bodyguards. And then the fake bodyguards started beating the fake prisoners, and then he got involved and started beating the fake prisoners. And then the whole thing got shut down because he was basically abusing people. And there was another guy who tricked people into thinking that they were electrocuting people to death. And there was another guy who got himself locked in a nut house by accident and then couldn't get out. It's honestly quite scary how many weirdos have ended up doing things in the name of psychology. Like, is it really worth knowing? My God. I swear there's no common sense these days. I mean, I don't think I have a hell of a lot of common sense. At least I've been told I don't. But I know not to do that stuff. Although I do find the idea of trying to get yourself locked in a nut house to prove it's possible and then not being able to get out hilarious. Oh, God. This is looking pretty good already. What do you think? Quite a nice start, don't you think? Yeah, human is quite often terrifying. And like, especially when it comes to like researchers, they have a tendency to go power crazy. It's not good. It's like, remember your fucking status. You're just a human the same as everybody else. You don't have the right to lord shit over people. Just because you're in a position where you're in charge or doing well, you have a responsibility to other people. People sometimes forget that. Dong, 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 dong. Yeah, I'm quite liking this one. This is a nice colour scheme. Sometimes, when you pick out the colours and stuff, because, like, these threads come in like a... Have I got one around here? Yeah. These threads come like this when you get them. And so when you line up some of these to like see what colours would go together, sometimes it can look vastly different when you then get it in string form. So sometimes you can get to about this point and think, my God, these colours do not work well together. So it's nice when you get one that does. Like, fuck. I start way too many of these though and then don't finish them. But when I don't know how many of these I must have done over the last few years, because I started doing these about 4 or 5 years ago, as sort of an ADHD combatant sort of thing. I find it a lot easier to concentrate when my hands are busy. So I do these when I'm like listening to something important and trying to take it in, like at uni. So I do these in classes and stuff. So I'd always have like 4 or 5 at least of these in my uni bag, in case I finished one and I could pick up another one straight away. So I ended up amassing like hundreds of the damn things once I'd finished them. And I didn't know what to do with them, so I started like just giving them to strangers on the street. So like, because I still end up making quite a few. Even though I'm not at uni anymore, I still make quite a few of them just when I'm doing random shit at home. When I go out, I take a little baggie of them and I play this game with myself where I like... When I'm out, I look at, like... Because I like to people watch anyway. I think it's the psychologist in me. I like to look at people and sort of imagine what they might be feeling like, or try and like sense what kind of person they are or what kind of day they're having. So if I get the sense that there's someone near me who's like sad, or maybe they need to experience some love today, then I can like give them one of my thingies. It's quite fun. I enjoy doing that. I think that's quite nice. Although I do start to feel, because my town is pretty small, so I do start to wonder if one day, like, I'm just going to walk around town and see loads of people wearing my shit. I think that'd be kind of funny. Like, have you ever, like, when you meet a stranger solely for the purpose of just, like, giving them a gift and then yeeting away, it's always really funny to watch their reactions, because, like, society these days, the way people are set up, they don't expect that kind of thing. So you get, like, genuine, like, shock from people, and it's adorable. And then when you see them again, like, if you happen to see them again, their entire demeanour changes towards you. I have, like, not a neighbour exactly, but, like, someone who lives on our street. They lived there probably for years. I don't really know. I hadn't really paid that much attention. But one day they came and like knocked on my door because they were struggling. They couldn't start their car. I don't know why they picked us, but they came and knocked on the door because they couldn't start the car, and my dad went out to help to get started. But I'd been going through a patch of making resin jewellery at the time, so I had a bucket, because when I get like into making something, I get like really into making something. So I had a box. In fact, it's probably still in here. I'll see if I can find it in a minute. I had a box of resin jewellery that I'd made. And so I gave this guy like one of my resin jewellery things that I'd made. And the guy was like, I don't know. But now whenever I see him, he waves and looks really happy, and I'm like, ah, hello. Genuine human connection. I found that really sweet. Yeah, I think it's really nice to just steal the opportunity to dive into somebody's life. When I go out like shopping and stuff with one of my uni friends, he always laughs at me for doing that. Just inappropriately diving into someone's life. But then, do you know what's weird though? Because I think it's kind of contagious. Because let me just put this down while I look for that resin thing. When I was at uni, there's like a shopping centre right near where we were going to uni, and so we used to go quite a lot. One sec. What the fuck am I saying? Yeah, we used to go and shop at Lush, like the body shop, Lush. Oh, I found it. We used to go there quite a lot, and because me and my friend are both like chronically physically disabled, we got to know one of the cashiers there, and she was really friendly, so she would always give us a seat when we were there, and then she would like play personal shopper and bring us shit to look at, and it was really nice. So, fucking hell. One day, we were there, and we just left the shop. My friend looked at me and went, I don't know why, but I really want to give her a gift. And I didn't have any bracelets on me, so we went to a shop and bought her a pen, and then went back and gave it to her. And I was like, my dude is catching. You want to give random people gifts, yay! But then he was too, because he's not, I don't think he's an introvert, but he's socially anxious. He was too anxious to give it to her, so I had to do it and be like, it's from him, yo. And he just stood there and looked awkward. It was adorable. Hey, one sec. So, let me show you this. Sorry, could you just see my knee the whole time? Sorry about that. This is my leftover box of resin jewellery and shit that I made. Fuck. Open Steam. So there's fucking... Oh, fuck, I can't see myself. There it is. There's all sorts of shit in here. We made like, dodgy fake knives. There's a ring there. It's like a little... What the fuck is this camera? This is a clay thing. There's a bee. It is a lot. I told you I don't go to halves. Maybe I should, like, not exactly sell, but, like, offer some of this stuff up on stream or something, because I want to get rid of some of this stuff, and it'd be nice. Look, I quite like this one. I like resin because it's so shiny. Let me put this against the camera and see if it, like... Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that pretty? Wow. Nice. Plus, resin sounds really nice. Listen. Do you hear that? Hi, Gingy! Hi, baby! How you doing? Are you having a good day? We're just looking at old resin charms that I made. This is supposed to be a ring, but it's kind of a bit thick. Also, my fingers are too fucking fat. Shit. That one. But they're kind of thick, see? It's kind of hard to close your fingers. Maybe if any of you guys have got me on Discord, maybe I'll like mail some of these to you if you want. Because I need to get rid of some of them anyway. This is a nice one. This one took about 5 days to make because each layer needs 24 hours to set. Fucking hell. Needs 24 hours to set. This is a little knifey thing. I actually quite like this one. This one's got a gummy bear in it. Not a real gummy bear. I actually got a gummy bear mold for the resin. Yeah, I go through patches of crafts. I actually want to get back into resin making because it was so much fun. But I kind of fucked up a little bit when I was... Because I get really into things. Like hey, that's reflective. Damn it. Oh. Hello. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, I got really into making them. Gummy bear. But I'm a bit... Clumsy is one word, and disabled is another. So I did it, because I was making them in the kitchen. And I kind of like got resin stuck on the kitchen work surface when I was making them, and then half the kitchen work surface pulled off with the resin. So my family got kind of mad at me and was like, you can't do resin in the house anymore. And so I had to give it up. And that's why I haven't done it in ages. But I would really like to get back into it. But my family said, you can't do it in the house. You'll have to wait until it's summer and then do it outside. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Resin making stream. That would be amazing. And you guys could watch me fucking spill it everywhere. I am writing that down. Thank you. That is such a good idea. Fabulous. And then my family will have to let me fucking do it. Fuck them. And we could go through the whole process of making something. We could get because do I have any of the wooden ones in here? My dad got me like some wooden spikes. Not these, but something similar to this. Wait, where are they? I might be able to show the finished ones. Oh wait, I've got one up there. Perfect. I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, he gave me some wood, and we made, because my dad got really into it with me for a little while. He's kind of similar to me in that he's autistic in the sense that he's not really aware of what's going on around him sometimes. So we both fucked up the kitchen. He was doing it with me together, and he got this wood. So we made like half wood, half resin charms. Well, that's nice. Sort of. And so you would have to go through the process of like, first you would make the resin and mould it in, and then you would have, because it would come in all sort of a shape, because you would have to like get the wood and then put like tape around it to make a shape, but the shape was never a solid shape, it was always a bit sort of wobbly. So you would have to sand it down after you took it out of the thing to get it into the shape you wanted it. And then you would have to sand it with like finer and finer sandpaper to get it back to this sort of like glassy texture. So we could do like a a whole series of streams where we do like the... Fuck, I'm trying to get up 1 second. First we do the part where we like pour the resin, and then we do the next song where we like, over a couple of streams, we sand it down to like the shape. That would be fun. Fucking hell, 1 second. Right. I'm coming. I had to stand on my bed to get to this. I have a lot more, but I don't know where they all are. But I do know where this one is, so... I'm back. So yeah, this is one that I made. I don't know why it's slightly blue. I've never been able to get rid of the blue no matter how much I sand it. Not this part. This part. I don't know why this is blue. This is obviously meant to be blue. What do you think? Kind of some pink on there as well. But it's very smooth. Ow, why does that hurt my fucking elbow to make that movement? Do you want to know something really annoying though? Oh, hang on, my mic's over here. Do you want to know something really annoying? There's a nerve problem in my arm. Like, where's my fucking arm? Here. There's like a nerve that's like caught here. And I went to the doctor about it, to the hospital, like my joint hospital guy. And they sent me to a specialist for like a review thing. But they said that there's probably a problem with my nerves, but they can't test it without doing this sort of invasive thing that would be really painful. And there's no point in them doing that, because even if they found an actual nerve problem, they couldn't fix it, because the surgery to fix the nerve problem requires you to have your arm set straight out, and I can't do that because my arm doesn't have an elbow. So even if they found a nerve problem, they can't fix it. I was like, how fucking annoying is that? What was the point in all that drama? Oh god. I do find that hilarious. Get back to this now. Whenever I go to my because I have like a specialist at the hospital, and it's always a fucking drama-filled nightmare when I see him. He's a funny guy. Funny guy. Like, we kind of hate each other, but we also kind of get on. I think, I don't know. Because I've been going to the hospital a lot since I was a kid. And so I kind of know a lot of the people that I would see, and they're all fucking weirdos in their own way. I think it's like part and part of the profession to be a little bit odd. This guy, he's got no fucking social graces at all. So when I used to go and see him when I was having my anxiety phase, he would always fucking set me off like having a panic attack, because he was so fucking insensitive. And then one time, because my mum always takes me to my appointments, right, because I can't like get around, but like 5 or 6 years ago, I was going out with this guy who had a car, and he offered to take me to one appointment, right? So he took me to my appointment. He came in with me because I'm not great at like taking down information. So he came in with me to like take down the stuff that I missed, or to like remember information if it was important and I forgot it. And I guess it was because my mum wasn't there, because my mum's kind of a bit of a powerhouse thing. You know, she'll call shit like she sees it, and I was a bit too nervous at the time. I probably would now, because we've had it out since, me and this doctor. But at the time, he probably just saw me and like my boyfriend and thought, easy target, because he looked at me and he said, "Oh, Bisc, have you got over your autistic phase yet?" What the fuck? What the fuck's that? And I looked at him and I couldn't decide if he was being really insensitive or really stupid. What the fuck is that? That sentence is wrong on so many levels. I couldn't actually believe it. It took me about, like, because I didn't say anything at the time. Well, in fact, I think I'd forgotten about it because it wasn't until my boyfriend told my mum when we got home that I thought, that was weird. And the longer I sort of dwelled on it, the more I thought, what the fuck was wrong with that sentence? Was he trying to imply I was faking it, or does he genuinely think that it goes away? Oh god, I couldn't actually fucking believe it. This is the kind of moron this man is. Oh god. I love that shit. But yeah, we had a like really antagonistic relationship after that for like a good few years. Until like until my arm locked up basically, which was his fault, I will admit. Well no, it was kind of half and half. Okay, story time. Another story time. So I have this medication, right? I had this medication before, but I refused to take it because it was basically chemo. I ain't doing that, mate. So I got put on this experimental stuff. And I had it for like 12 years. It was great. It was working fabulous. And then I started to notice that I was in like a lot more pain, and then my arm locked up. So I went to my hospital and talked to the guy, and after like because it was during COVID that this was happening, like the big pandemic in 2020. So I went to see him, and he said, well, the reason why your arm's not working is because you're not taking your medication. Like, I'd been switched brands, so I had thought that was the problem. But it wasn't. And then he told me that the reason why my medication wasn't working is because I'd had a break from it for about 3 months. And apparently when you have a break from your medication, sometimes when you go back on it, it no longer works. It's almost like you build up an immunity to it during the time you're not on it, or something. So I thought, oh fuck, I fucked myself in the ass here. But then I talked to somebody else, and it turned out that the medication I was on actually had a usage life of 10 years. Which means after 10 years it stops working, because your body gets used to it. 10 years. I'd been on it 12. No one had told me this. So I'd been taking my medication for 2 years, and my body was essentially converting it to water. And no one had told me this. So I wondered why I'd gradually been getting in more pain. And I was like, are you shitting me? I've lost an arm to this. And you could have solved it by telling me my medication wasn't working anymore. You absolute dickwad. And then I got put on new medication. But I had like a fucking 2-year patch because I started on a different medication, which didn't work. And then I got put on the medication I'm on now, which it was basically, if this doesn't work, we don't know what we're going to do for you anymore. You're fucked. And it was quite scary. I'm on a new medication at the moment, but the problem with that is it's likely going to have a shorter life expectancy of the medication, so it probably won't work 10 years. And after that, they don't know what they're going to do anymore. It might be a case of re-looking at the chemo one. So, but I'm hoping that if it lasts... How long have I been on this thing? No, it's not been 2 years. It might have been a year. That by the time this one runs out of expectancy, they'll have developed something new, because they develop something new every 5 or so years. So, yay, hopeful. But I seem to be okay at the moment. But it's kind of annoying, because I've been on like 4 or 5 different medications now over my life, and each one that I go on works slightly less effectively than the last one. But all in all, it's... Ow, fucking hell. It's just something you adjust to. But yeah, that was my little hospital story about why my doctor is a knob. Raging. I don't actually, mind it that much. It could be a hell of a lot worse. I'm lucky to not be deformed, so I try and remember that. Well, I suppose the arm is kind of deformed, but... When it first happened, because it'll be 3 years in April, I think. Yeah, 3 years in April. And 3 years ago, no, I didn't change doctor, I kept him because, there isn't anybody else. I thought about changing, but in the end, what I decided to do was become more aware of my own treatment. So now when I see him, I give him advice and say, why don't we try this? Maybe that's a thing. Or have you considered that? I like to be aware of what could happen with my own condition. So hopefully we'll work together. To be honest, I think the reason why he didn't tell me that my medication wasn't working is because we had this antagonistic relationship and he didn't want to talk to me. So I try and get on with him better now, so that he'll feel more comfortable talking to me. And if I have like the slightest concern, I will phone up. The doctors all now know me by name because I keep calling to ask random things. So I'll just like, you know how when you call your hospital and it says, please leave your name and patient number and your date of birth and we'll like run it against the records to figure out who you are and call you back. Well, I just go, hey, it's Biscuit, I'm calling again, and they know who it is. I don't have to bother with anything else, they recognise my voice. Which is good, because I forget to give all my fucking information. Oh, look at this. Isn't this looking nice now? Oh god, shit like that is hilarious, though. Like, I don't know. People's daily lives are just so funny and interesting. And, like, I did wonder whether to, like, talk about that sort of stuff on stream and stuff, because some people call it, like, trauma dumping, but... I mean, this may be a hot take, but I don't think it's considered trauma dumping unless you're actually traumatized. Like, if you just find it funny, or it's just an interesting experience, or it's just something that happened that you want to talk about, that's fine. I don't really see the problem. You know, it's part of what shapes you as a person. Anything that has shaped you as a person is interesting, I think. It all depends on how you feel about it. I'm not particularly traumatized by the whole thing anymore. I just think it's kind of funny. Oh, hang on a minute, there's someone outside my door. Hello? Nope, never mind. Fuck him. Fuck him. Do do dear 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 mum 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 bum 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 bum. Ooh, do you know what is funny though? When it comes to like, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but like, oh hello. One second. I just gotta mute. My mum's here. Oh fucking hell! I closed it down. Fuck. Oh yeah, these. They do get tangled, actually, if you're not really careful. Actually, let me get this. So this, what the fuck is this? This is one this is actually two I've started. That were just under a table. Oh, no, it's three! It's three! I just sort of accidentally leave them, and then they get fuck-nosed. Oh, this is a nice set of colours. I really need to finish these. Fuck that. Back under there. Back under there for a later date. I'm gonna try the sweet now. Which one should I try, actually? We have, they're both orange flavour. But we have Hello Kitty, or this one that's shaped like a polo. Do you guys have polos in other countries? Like the mints with the hole in? I'm just going to sprinkle these. I want to do ASMR one day. Because I just love these sounds. And I do want to do like a self-affirmation ASMR or something like that. Or, so I don't know whether this sort of thing would be something that people would be interested in. Or whether or not it would be a bad idea. But I kind of wanted to do like not a psychology sort of stream. But where like people can come and like talk about, not like problems, but like, you know, if somebody wanted to ask a question like, how do you cope with depression, or how do you get over being fired, or shit like that. People could come and like ask a question or like talk about an experience, and I could do some sort of like low-level counselling sort of thing while doing like ASMR. I didn't know whether that would be something that people would be interested in. Not as like from a doctor's perspective, but as a sort of like as a comfort perspective. Or just like a life coaching sort of offering advice sort of shit. Anyway, which one should I try? Hello Kitty or this one? Oh, you don't have polos in... What is PH? Is that Philippines? Fucking cool. You have to teach me some Philippine... I want some Filipino in me. I mean that too, but I want to learn some words. I want to be swag. Swag me up. It'd be so cool. There's dog hair floating around in front of me. Oh my god! I don't know if you can see this because of the fucking blurriness of the camera. Can you see this? This here. Can you see that? Is that visible to you, or is it too blurred? I can't see it on my camera, but can you see this? Might be because my screen's a bit small. That's all fucking dog hair. Guinea! Baby, hi! Hi, sweetie! How you doing? Ah, so nice to see you. We are making bracelets and talking about hospitals. And other things. Hi, baby. Oh, we were just talking about ASMR and whether that was something I should get into trying. Because I like to like rub things on my microphone, so that would be kind of fun. I like to do the scrunkly sounds. Pretty much, if I pick something up, I will hold it to the microphone and make a sound with it. Because I just want to share sounds with people. I like sounds. And as well, like, just go back to psychology for a second, because I can't step away from psychology for very long. There is actually, like, sound therapy that you can have. And, like, in my own experimentation, I found, like, there are frequencies of sound that you can make that cut off, like, brain activity, sort of. So, like, I don't know what fucking frequency panic attacks work at, but, like, there's like, a high-pitched frequency that if you play it to somebody having a panic attack, they will just stop. They can't think those sort of anxious thoughts anymore, and it just cuts it off completely. It is absolutely mental. And that's something I'm kind of really interested in, because it's so simple. And everybody has a slightly different frequency, but you can, like, make it yourself. So, like, me and my mum and my dad all do it. Because obviously the first people I experiment on is my fucking family, because they're here. But if you just kind of hum to yourself and like go up and down in pitch, you'll find like a frequency that when you make it, it's kind of hard to think. You feel like you're sort of interrupting your own brain with like static. And then that's your like frequency. So like if I'm like out and I start to get anxious, I'll make my frequency and it calms me down. Because I stop being able to think whatever anxious stuff I'm thinking of. So I'm really quite interested in sound therapy and stuff like that. And like how that works in the brain exactly. What the hell's going on there? Nah, it's not... I've never come across it in like academic psychology. That is literally something that I've developed myself from my experience in my own panic attacks and stuff. But I've taught it to quite a few people in my counselling work. And it's worked for everybody I've tried it with. So, I don't know. I don't claim to, like, have any scientific proof on these things, but I like to try and spread them around anyway, because if one person tries it and it works, that's one person who's no longer anxious. And that's a brilliant thing, regardless of what it is that did it. You know, if one person gets help from something I can say or offer, I think that's amazing. So, you know. I think that's always a good reason to keep trying. There's so much fucking dog hair around me, oh my god. Because I'm sitting on my dog's bed, actually, to do this. I'm sat on the floor on my dog's bed. And so, like, the dog hair is just sort of floofing around me. I'm moving my legs a little bit because my leg is starting to get painful. Yeah, you can just look at my feet. Fuck. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, fucking ASMR. I got so distracted. Fucking hell. Yeah, what do you guys think about that sort of stuff? Do you listen to ASMR and stuff? I do sometimes, but I like the tappy noises. No poke! Can I do that? Oi. Whoa. Hey, yo, Blue! Guys, I can pick stuff up with my feet, and people say that that's weird, or at least my family says that's weird. Like, I can pick stuff up, and like, can anybody else do that? Or is that just me? I can't tell. The world is a wide place, but none of the people I know physically can do that. I feel like my legs are training for the days my arms fucking give out. Do 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 do. Aw, thank you. Hello. It's just so much fucking easier to sit like this. Fuck it. I have really wide hips. You know, I didn't know this, because, like, my hips are set kind of weird. So, like, have you ever seen, like, hip dips? Where you have, like, the shape of your hips like that, but then you go, like, in, and then out again. And see, it looks kind of like that. Like, you have, like, your waist, and then your hips, and then you have, like, another fucking little lump. I have that, and I was always really self-conscious about it, because I didn't know what the fuck it was. For ages, until I learnt that it's actually that your hips are set lower than they should be, or than they are on other people. And it just means that you can, like, open your hips a lot wider. My dad's got it as well. So, like, when we do yoga and stuff, like, my mum, when she sits with her legs, like, flat to the floor like this, her legs are up like that. She can't, like, get her hips any wider, whereas I can sit like this quite comfortably. And then, if I were doing, like, yoga, I could now, like, lean over myself, put my head on the floor. Because my hips are quite wide set. So, I find that kind of cool. And now I don't mind that I have the hip dips anymore. So, that's nice. I learn a lot of shit that I don't know how. I feel like I'm one of those people that when it comes to, like, knowledge, I'm quite a... what's the fucking word? I tend to get, like... I have patches of where I get obsessed with doing something, like with the resin stuff. Which I'll pull back out in a minute to show Guinea if she's still here. But, so I go through patches where I make stuff, or get obsessed about making stuff, but when it comes to knowledge, I tend to find I kind of know a little bit about everything, but not a lot. I don't have any special, well, maybe psychology, but even then, I'm no, like, you know, high-level academic or anything. I might not have this in front of the fucking camera, sorry. I forgot I was on camera. No. Yeah, I tend to just know a little bit of stuff about a lot of things. Which is nice, but at the same time it would be kind of nice to have, like, a specialist subject to be better than anybody else at. I'm not quite sure. You know, like... Aww. Blue, that is absolutely beautiful. Thank you, baby. Oh, I love you so much. You're amazing. Mwah. You're so sweet. What the fuck was I saying? Why am I so easily distracted? What was I saying? What was I fucking saying? Yeah, you know, like, when you have, like, a job interview, or you talk to people, like, they asked this at my school once, and it weirded the life out of me. Like, what is your greatest strength? Like, what is the one thing that you're good at compared to everybody else? What's, you know, how are you different from other people? And I'm like, I don't know. What am I better at than anybody else? Surely, if you look hard enough in the world, I'll find somebody that's better at everything I can do than me. I don't know. I don't think I'm better at anything than some other person could be. I think, if anything, my strength lies in being different to other people. I'll do the same thing, but just slightly differently. Look at this. Look at how nice this is looking now. Do you know one thing I learned recently? When people ask you in like a job interview, what they ask you like, what is your greatest strength and what is your greatest weakness? And I thought they were asking for your greatest weakness, like just genuinely. Apparently not. They're asking how you overcome your greatest weakness. And so I just used to go, well, I'm kind of fucked physically and my brain don't take in that much information. I didn't realise that I wasn't supposed to say what I'm shit at. I was actually supposed to say things that I can, like, how I overcome those things. Oh, fuck. I wish people would speak more plain English. Like, how underhanded is that? Well, not underhanded, but, like, when you ask a question, the question you ask should be the question you're asking. Why do people feel the need to disguise their real meaning? It's like, me and my mum had this one debate a few weeks back. When somebody asks, did you know this, right? Did you know? When you're sitting next to somebody and they say, what are you doing? They don't mean, what are you doing? They mean, tell me about the thing you're doing. I did not know that. So if I'm sitting reading a book and my mum says to me, what are you doing? I would say I'm reading a book. But she was actually wanting for me to tell her the plot of the book. And I had no idea, because I thought she was asking, what am I doing? Oh, God. It sounds so simple when you say it out loud, but that is something that fucks me for years. Because I just expected what people ask to be what people mean. Like, my mum has a terrible habit of, like, say that she's, like, doing a job, and I say to her, oh, do you need some help with that? She'll say no. And I go, oh, okay then. But, and then she'll get mad at me later for not helping. And I'm like, but you said you didn't want any help. What the fuck is that? Oh, God, I love that. I love it when people do that, because it's like, what are you hoping to achieve by not saying what you mean? Oh, but I mean, that is society, dude, though. That everybody does that. I do that. If I really think about it, I think I do it as well. Usually if you ask the question, you're just going to reply with something else. Yeah. Like, I don't know, I think I'm, like, maybe one of a kind when it comes to that. I'm very literal, I think. Not as literal as some people, but I do tend to take things fairly literally. Me and my mum have an agreement, because, you know, like when you go out into the world and you meet, like, arseholes, I don't always notice, right? Sometimes people will, like, be an arsehole to me, but it's, you know, a subtle arsehole where you can't always, like, it sounds nice, but it isn't. I don't always notice. So sometimes someone will be an arsehole to me, and I'll be like, I don't know whether to say, that wasn't very nice, because if I'm wrong, I've just shouted at a nice person. So I'll, like, look at my mum and let her indicate to me, was that person just an arsehole to me? Do I need to retaliate here? Do I need to say something? Can you give me some sort of, like, visual clue that lets me know that this person was just an arsehole? I find it better to assume that people aren't being arseholes until I'm 100% sure. Because if I'm right and they are an arsehole and I didn't notice, like, if I wasn't 100% sure, if I just carry on being nice, it fucks with their head anyway, because have you ever had somebody, like, be a dick to you and then you're just nice back, it really shits them out. It's kind of funny. Do 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 do. I've got resin everywhere now. I took all the stuff out of that box and left it. These things. Let me get my box back. Move back a bit. I think I showed you this already, but I made this out of like clay. I had another patch where I got air dry clay. Because you know, like when you start a new craft, you always think you're going to be better at it than you actually are. So I got this air dry clay thinking I was going to make, you know, proper, like, amazing ass 3D sculptures. And this was like the height of what I managed to actually make. It's supposed to be a macaron. I think that's clear. I know it does look a bit like a pink burger. But I do always think I'm going to be better at things than I am. This is supposed to be like a choker. Ah, stinky baby. Okay, see you later. Have a good time. My house didn't have a shower for such a long ass time, you know. We just had a bath. And then it's like, oh, this is a weird story. I forget what the circumstances were leading up to this, but something went wrong with our boiler, like the hot water boiler system in my house. And my mum didn't want to get it, well, my mum did want to get it fixed, but she was having like a bad sort of mental health patch and couldn't like call up a place and get someone to come in because she doesn't like having people in her house, like strangers and shit. So she didn't call anyone, and my dad said, oh, I'll fix it myself, because he does that. He thinks he can fix everything. He does fix quite a lot of things. He's like a handyman sort of thing. So he said he would fix it, but then he didn't. So we didn't have hot water for 3 years. But when we got the hot water fixed, we had a shower installed. So we've been good ever since then. But I find that fucking hilarious. Because like it's such a fucking basic necessity these days. And like she's always a little bit salty about it. You know, when like you see on the telly and stuff, like we watch those like home improvement shows sometimes. Yeah, 3 years. And like these home improvement shows, and they'll be like, people will come in, oh, you've had your hot water disconnected and it's been a whole month? Oh my god, this is completely unlivable, and you have to get this sorted out completely. And my mum's sitting there going, 3 years, bitch, 3 fucking years. And it's quite funny to watch her get salty about it. Like when other people have similar situations, but not as bad. I'm like, I know, mate, at least it's over now. Small ring. This one's nice. Ooh, that fits a bit better. I'm gonna keep this on. I do want to get some of these. Maybe I'm gonna take some of these out next time I go out and hand these out. I said out many times. Out. Ow, 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 ow. I've noticed lately just how much I say "aight," which is basically alright, but with all the important letters missing. Aight. Look at this one. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Oh my god. Fucking focus. I forgot how nice resin is. I definitely need to do a resin making stream now. When I get a bit more money, and it's more towards the summer, because I probably will have to do it outside, I'm gonna buy some more resin making stuff, and we're gonna do the fuck out of this shit. We're absolutely gonna do the fuck out of this shit. Very much looking forward to this. I like this one. This is really nice. This let me do this thing again. Look at how clear that is. The yellow part. Oh my god. And look at this one. I like that one. I cannot believe how many of these I have. What is... Oh my god, this is so tiny! Look at this one! Tiny, tiny thing. Tiny baby. Making resin, yeah. You can get kits on Amazon, which is basically like, you've got like bottle A and bottle B, and you measure out the same amount of each and then pour them together and then mix it up for like a minute, and then that's your resin. And then you just pour it into the mold and it takes 24 hours to set. But then you can get like colours and glitter and shit, which is what all this stuff is. And then if you want to like avoid bubbles, you can run like a hairdryer over it, and I made this. Look at that! Look at the stars, the stars. Wait. Oh my god! Oh my god! Fucking hell, where's the fucking lens? Look at it shine. It's so bright. But not as bright as you. Because you are beautiful and amazing. Every damn one of you is the best person in the whole world. I love y'all. Anyway. This one's got a hole in it. Wee. 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 Oh. Wait, did I get everything? No, I didn't. If I don't put these away, the dog will eat them later, so... Felting wool. Fuck! I wonder... Wait, Shinji, did I send you a felt doll? Are you one of the people I sent to? I can't fucking remember. It's been a while now. These things take so fucking long to deliver. Like a fucking month or longer. Actually, they probably should start arriving fairly soon. But yeah, are you one of the people? I feel like I recognise your name, but I'm not 100% sure. I really do feel like I recognise your name. Yeah! I put one of these in. I put one of these in the packet. Because I had so fucking many lying around, so I put one in every packet. I think I sent out like 11. Nice. I can't wait till they start arriving. I'm so excited. I want to see what people think. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh fuck, I'm doing that up here again. Sorry. Because of my arm being the way that it is, I tend to hold things quite close to my chest because the angle's better for me. But I keep forgetting where the camera is. Sorry. I'd put the camera up here, but then you just have a great view of my tits. Which nobody wants. Aw, I'm excited. I can't wait till you get it. I hope they hurry up and come. Well, Bean's been in the post for such a long time. Maybe I should show some of my felting stuff on here while I'm here. Oh, wait, I put a resin thing up there. Oh, this will be nice. Oh, and I can show you a few of my gemstone. This is basically turning into a Bisc shows off the shit in a room stream. Fuck. I banged my computer. Let me take my headphones off. Ow, 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 ow. I'm back. Okay. So, some of the interesting things in my room. First of all, we have this resin thing that I made. It's very dusty, so try and ignore that. So we have this. There we go. He's a bear. He's a bear. Heck, one of my dogs is called Bear. Huh. I'm gonna have to get the dogs on the camera one day. I did think about bringing him up, but he would fucking eat the camera. But yeah, we have the little bear. That's a thing. And then I have these, which is part of my gemstone collection. Because I went through a patch of collecting rare gemstones. Or semi-precious gemstones. This is my favourite one because it's so fucking big. Look at the size of this thing. Actually. Oh my god! Oh my god! I didn't think it was going to be this pretty, but it is. It does, doesn't it? Now, I know what you mean though, Kesh. Like, do you ever see something nice and think, that looks nice, I want to put it in my mouth? I think that, like, a lot of things. But it's so weird because I have, like, food-based OCD. I can't really put a lot of things in my mouth. But I want to. But I get that with people. If I see people that I really like, I kind of want to lick them. And I think it's something to do with wanting to absorb their essence. It's like, I can't get close enough to this person that I love. I want to, like, take a part of them into me. So I kind of want to lick them. I've had that for like 10 years and I don't know what's wrong with me, but... but yeah. Yeah. Look at these, look at this. Although, I will admit to, sometimes when I'm feeling like not well, I do have a particular gemstone that I will sterilise and then suck. Look at that, that is so fucking cool. And it's not that I want to eat people, I just want to lick them. But I don't. I just think about it sometimes. Can you hear that? One sec. Okay, actually, I think I have my gemstone collection box. Here. Actually, where's my massive emerald? I want to show you my massive emerald. Let me see if I can find my giant emerald, because I'm quite proud of it. Fuck. There it is. Ow, my leg. I'm back again. My room is pretty small, so even when I get up and move around, I'm not moving that far. So bear in mind, this is probably really, really shite quality. Because otherwise, emeralds this big would not exist. You know, actually, let me show you these first. Because I think I do have a piece of, like, I do. This here is a piece of, like, emerald as well. So, you know, bear in mind that this one's probably a better quality. But I do have this emerald. Which is pretty chunky, besides my palm. I do have very small hands though, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I know it's kind of blurry, but oh look, that's the camera light. Whee! What do you think of that? Thought with coloured hair. Yeah, I agree. Actually, let me show you. Like, this is my hair at the moment. I don't know if you can see that because I'm facing the wrong fucking way now. Does that look like candy flossy? Try to say. Yeah, I got like some blue in there. There you go. But yeah. Back to my original point. That's my emerald. And then I have these. Let me see if I can remember what some of these are. These, if Fuck. Drop that. As far as I'm remembering, these are all different variations of watermelon tourmaline. I don't know what the fuck that one is. Nor do I remember what that is. I feel like this is citrine. That's obviously quartz. I love that one. Look at this. That's another emerald. I got really inspired, you know, like in like pirate movies and stuff, where they have like a treasure box like overflowing with gemstones. I got really inspired and I wanted to create one myself. That's what this was all about. This, I think, is either ruby or garnet. One or the other. It's a really dark colour. Let me... Wow. What is this? This might also be emerald. They come in so many different shades and clarities and shit. I love it. And look, I got a star. Fucking hell, where is it? Star. I got all sorts of shit in here. I think this is pink diamond, but I'm not 100%. I don't know why, but you can get these really cheap off the internet. I think it's because they're like, probably like lab made. I find that really fascinating that you can like manufacture like diamonds in a lab now. Awesome. This one. It does look like a pyrovision. Wow, that is so cool. Hey, is that me? Cool. Yeah, that's my favourite. Oh, I got this one as well. This one might make a nice sort of fracturing light thing. Look at that. Look at that. Wum, 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 wum. Wum, 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 wum. Wum, 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 wum. Yeah, so that's my gem collection. Look at this box. Isn't this box nice? I like this. This is nice. Why are my fucking wrists so fat? Jesus. And I also have this, which is usually sits on my desk. Look at this. This is so cute. One of my friends mailed this to me. They handmade it. There's a mouse. Choo choo. Choo. Choo choo. 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 So cute. I'm just showing off all my shit right now. Let me get back to this fucker, or I'm gonna be here all day. Yeah. So how long have I been going? I've already been going an hour and a half. No, yes. It's nearly 4. Chill. Oh my goodness. I'll have to do a proper stream where I show off shit that I own that's cool. Fuck. Oh, you can see that. Yeah, I was showing these at the very beginning. These are bracelets I've started last night. I do have interesting things in my room. Yeah, I've collected a lot of weird shit over the course of a long ass time. I'm trying to think if I have anything else in here that's cool. Aside from the odd ghost. I have like plants, but I don't know if anyone would be interested in seeing my plants. I have a tie. I bought a tie recently, in case I ever needed a formal. Let me. In fact, I'll show you my tie, because I haven't actually opened the box yet. It came in a box. I haven't opened it. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. school, they introduced like a uniform, like the second year, I think it was. And we had ties as part of the uniform, so I actually do know how to tie a tie. I think, actually, it's been a really long time. Let me try it out. Let me see if I do know how to tie a tie. Jesus, this is really nice. Soft. The colour's a little bit off on the screen. It's actually like a turquoisey colour. Okay, so you like hold it like that. This is, does Biscuit remember how to tie a tie? And then, like that. Yeah, such a nice colour. Fuck. I think I whacked the camera with it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Pog! Wait. Pog! I can do it. Guys, I can still do it. It's been 12 years. Oh, I can still do it. Pog that. Okay, seriously, which one of these sweets should I try first? Okay, I'm gonna try the big one. This one. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can pop the wrapper 1 second. You know, like when you have a wrapper and it's full of air and you squeeze it and it pops? This one's so full of air it feels like it should pop. Come the fuck on. Eh! No, it ain't happening. I'll just open it down here. Mmm. Smell it. Ooh, orangey. Orangey. Can't get it out. I'm sure I've mentioned to you before that I have to open things without touching them, so I'm just trying to like scoot it into my mouth. Ow, fuck. Ah! No. Ow! I pushed it too hard and it shot forward and hit me in the teeth. Oh, fuck. Physical damage! Can I make a whistling noise with this one? No. Is the short answer to that. No. Did you get to see my dog Fluff? Let me show you my dog Fluff again. My dog, he's the kind of dog that needs to be brushed like every day. But he doesn't like to be brushed. So I have to wait till he sits with me and then just kind of like finger comb him. And I got this off him earlier. And it's so nice and soft, I'm going to try and felt with it and see if I can make anything cool. Oh yeah. Floafy. Alright, I've been going for an hour and a half, which is about how long I said I would do. Because it is my mum's birthday and I do want to spend time with her. So I think I'm probably going to leave it there for today. But this has been a really fun stream. This is so much more like better than I expected. Sometimes it is a bit of an RNG when it comes to streaming lately. It's like sometimes I get like 4 or 5 viewers, sometimes it's like no one. And this has been a really good one. I really enjoyed this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Tomorrow, I'm going to be continuing with the Magical Diary. I was going to stream it on Twitch because that's where I streamed the first one. But I realised that the VODs on there get deleted. So I'm going to try and download the VOD from part 1 from Twitch and upload it to YouTube. And then I'm going to carry on with the series on YouTube. Yeah, I'll tell her when I get down. I'll tell her happy birthday from everyone. She'll be happy, I think. She's so cute. She's really cute. Yes, I'm going to be playing Magical Diary Wolf Hall tomorrow. Probably be another long stream, so I might start it a bit later than today, because I started this stream at like 2 or 3 p.m. Like half 2 p.m. Today, but I might start tomorrow's one like 9 or 10 p.m. because then I tend to go like 3 or 4 hours to like 2 a.m. because they're quieter streams I can do after everyone's gone to bed, and then I don't miss out on being with my family and shit. Because it's quite a long time to be able to like hear the people downstairs like socializing. But that'll be cool. So if you're able to come for that one tomorrow, do come. It'll be heckin' fun. We're gonna try and romance a purple demon guy, so that'll be nice. Bring your friends, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Please leave a comment. Nobody ever leaves a bastard comment. Please leave a comment. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming. Gingy, you're absolutely amazing. Cash, you're amazing. Everybody who's come today has been absolutely amazing. I love you all. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye.